sudden hit something on its way. Muchhya did all the difficult work. He got there, got a left glove to it. He'd be disappointed.
Certainly come off the bat. Good footwork there from Muchhya. Just couldn't quite get it in the middle of the glove. I think another important thing that he's added to the Indian side is he looks like a man with a pretty decent temperament, Robinson, when he bowls. He's looks pretty relaxed. He doesn't appear to be fazed by any situation. And he also, as a bowler, he appears to have a plan in mind all the time. He's got some field placings when he comes on to bowl. He's got some field placings that he wants. And you always get the impression that he has a plan in mind.
Might just find the gap. He does. Robinson did a very good job as captain of Tamil Nadu last year. Very deep-thinking cricketer. From 16 balls, Box has got 1 from 7. So you take Darryl Cullinan out, 31 from 50 balls. There's not much to see in that scorecard. Gary Kirsten was looking good again, 23 from 42. But those 2 wickets of Hudson and Klusner to Venkatesh Prasad really ruined the day for South Africa. That's a good shot. Fielders are in, he found the gap, it's going to be 4.
That's his favourite shot, Dave Richardson. He likes to play the cut.
Quite a few other South African supporters. He has a huge hit. My goodness, he's really collected. This one has Pat Simcox, and that's maximum.
Yeah, that's a good strike, and fortunately, Srinath bowling a couple of off-cutters. So Simcox is hitting with the spin, and he's got a better chance of hitting Srinath. There he is rolling his fingers, so the ball's coming into him. That's what I mean about thinking about what you're doing. Nothing wrong with having a strike, but try and hit with the spin.
Well, it was beautifully followed, that ball as it crashed into the scoreboard. Great camera work, like following a golf ball. It was one of the South African cameramen, I believe, Rian Myberg. Let's have another look at it. Just watch how he follows this. There she goes. And bang, into 123 the total. Great shot, great bit of camera work. Turned away on the onside this time and brings up a fairly squarish fine leg. I'll just get the single.
Come on, go to the next boys, come on!
That 221 reached, to 220 reached by India. They also struggled on this particular pitch. Tendulkar making a good 67, a very valuable 43 not out from 42 balls by Jadeja. That's what boosted them ultimately to that target, and it looked as though they might well get just around 200. Even that would have been quite a task for South Africa on this particular pitch, and a pity that the pitch can have such a big say in a one-day match and in a way spoil a spectacle where really what you're looking for is runs and plenty of them. I know the curator said to me yesterday, oh, easy over 500 on this pitch. Well, this is up in the air. No ball has been called. No ball called, and now there's a bit of a mix-up. And Simcox eventually is sent back by Richardson. Well, is that the little bit of luck South Africa needs?
Well, there were 750 million Indians who were up here thinking that was out. They didn't really know that the umpire had called no ball. The fielder thought it was out. He wouldn't hear the call with all this noise.
Simcox is the kind of player who loves to get after the spinner, so this should be an interesting contest. And he's played it beautifully.
He's punched that off the back foot. No chance for the fielder at deep point. He does back a punch when he hits it.
Hit that very hard indeed. There is a man square on the boundary, but he had no chance whatsoever of cutting that off. So 4 more to Simcox. And I don't personally think this partnership is a threat, but I think it's a major irritation right now. That's up in the air and safe.
One just gets a feeling that this could be the over where Simcox is going to have a go at Joshi. South Africa need a couple of big overs. That smash back. That went like a tracer bullet. Joshi got his hands to it. He had absolutely no chance there. And he smashed it back. There is a man at long off. A good piece of fielding there on the fence. A very good piece of fielding to restrict the South Africans to just a single. Venkatesh Prasad, the fielder.
And it's the quick release, isn't it? Pick up half a step almost and the ball's already on its way back. And that's enough to make the batsman at the non-striker's end, or sorry, the batsman running to the danger end, just say no. The very fact the ball's on its way. The bonus there was right over the top of the stumps as well.
And another single, looking to give himself room, trying to find that gap between deep point and long off. Oh, that's very well played by Simcox. Getting outside the line there and just helping the ball on its way to end the 44th over. 166 for 7. This time it's short, and he spanked it over covers and into the fence for 4. It's a good way to end the over. 46 gone. 180 for 7. This should be another boundary, giving himself room and hitting it over the man at cover.
Great stuff this from Richardson. He knows how important boundaries are. It's just a question of trying to find the areas in the field where you almost predetermine the stroke. And with the behaviour of the pitch, it's very difficult to do that. If you know the pitch is going to behave perfectly, you can maybe pick a slot and look to hit it there. But if the ball's going to come off slowly, or makes it very difficult.
This is in the air. He's going to be out caught here. And a very good catch in the end by Robin Singh. So finally India get the breakthrough. South Africa lose their 8th wicket.
That's the wicket that all India wanted. South Africa didn't need. Great effort from David Richardson. He and Simcox gave their side just a glimpse of a chance until here. And Robin Singh, after a good bowling spell, takes a very good catch as well. Well caught, sir. Richardson, 43 from 6 deliveries. And South Africa, 184 for 8.
South Africa losing their 8th wicket a little earlier. After a fighting knock, Richardson was dismissed by Venkatesh Prasad. Again, it's the bounce that's done him here, and a very good catch by Robin Singh. And that brings Fani de Villiers to the crease, but he's not on strike. It's Simcox, the batsman crossed when that ball was up in the air. And this is only the second time de Villiers has come out to bat in this series in the Titan Cup. And just to give you another piece of information, this is how Richardson was out. Another piece of information that Alan Donnelly, who's going to follow, has not batted in the year 1996 in one-day cricket for South Africa. Would you believe that?
It's a good time to have to go in and get 22 in 8 balls, isn't it?
Good over this for India. 47 gone, 185 for 8. Captain and the vice captain having a chat in the middle, but this is the scorecard of South Africa. 36 runs required of 18 balls. And now the crowd cheering equitably. You can sense an Indian win here, but it's still not over. And he's the bat goes out of his hand, but the ball stays in Munga's hands, and he gets off the bails in a flash. So the 9th South African wicket gone, and now victory around the corner for India.
It's about all Pat Simcox could do. He had hit boundaries early in the over. Just to set up the rest of the over. But it's quite difficult to hit the ball if you haven't got a bat in your hand. There it goes. Well done by Muchhya. Well played by Pat Simcox. A great effort, Ian Richardson. 46 to his name, with 9 down for South Africa.
He's bowled in. Anil Kumble has bowled Alan Donald first ball. This is the first time he came out to bat in 1996, and it's not lasted long. So India wrap up this game. A terrific performance by them after winning the toss and deciding to bat. They didn't get a big score, 220, but it was a competitive one.
Just played inside it, played down the Bakerloo. Came down the Victoria, hit the outside of off stump. Donald looks up in surprise. The Indian team know what's happened, and a deserved victory on the night. Played wonderful cricket. I think winning the toss was reasonably important up front. And having done that, I was most impressed with, particularly with Sachin Tendulkar's captaincy. Having got 220, which wasn't a phenomenal score by any manner of means, and then getting the early breakthrough, he kept the pressure on the South African batsmen by keeping fielders and plenty of them in the circle, and that just made the South Africans hit the ball or look to